And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Cairo Santos out for the opening kick. And here we go from Chicago. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. So that penalty declines. They're happy enough stuffing that last play at the line for no gain. And that penalty is going to go ahead and put them right back where they started. It's 1st and 10 again. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 11. On target to his back, Rico Dowdle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Dak now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Prescott here from the gun. It's caught, Ferguson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A give now from the gun. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. From the gun is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Prescott now on 3rd down. Intercepted in the end zone. Tremaine Edmonds has it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Bagent. And his first pass falls incomplete.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Bagent looking to throw. Short pass brought in. Space past the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They've got a first to begin the frame. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. And that'll bring up second down. Here's Bagent. Pass caught by Adunze. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Offense marching it downfield on their opening drive. Here's a 1st and 10 from the 47. They're going play action. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Swift hauls it in. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
The Bears decide to call their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got him, that's Swift. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Quick slant complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Johnson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Bagent to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
Back now, pressure on its way. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They go play action here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To throw, here's Bagent. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? First down, here's Swift. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Throwing off the play fake here. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. Swift. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with. Again, it's going to be Swift. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. Back-to-back stands at the goal line, and now it's 3rd and goal. Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He throws a bullet deep to the... They connect on the deep shot. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys start the second half with some needed points. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Cowboys' offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. He's throwing for it. This is caught. And he reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you could run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Well, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. This, our last play of the quarter. Bagent now to throw. That's complete. Cole Kmet. And he'll push this upfield and earn them.
You want to be cheap? We can be cheap too.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Bears football to begin the fourth as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Play action on first down. Has his man. It's Swift. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's Swift on second down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out.
Like I said, guys, all these players want to win. I don't.
Third and just 2 to go. He'll throw it. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. He's back to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Chicago. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this
like I said, do I think he can
finish
throw it
line.
like that? No, but when it's wide open, like I said, I play with punters. It don't matter.
Bagent. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. Ooh,
Didn't know
he
it was a
can't shake the
two-point conversion.
defense. They
Didn't know
track
what
him
play I
down in the
had.
backfield, and this two-point attempt fails.
I always say I hike the ball, not even know what play I have.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. Finds some space. He's past the 30.
But I've said this before, right, guys? If I get my ass beat from not trying, like, at all, right? I let them adjust to me, and I don't adjust. I'm getting my ass beat. And it's, you suck, you're trash. But I've never told any opponent I've ever played in any video game online, any video game genre. I've never told them they've ever sucked or they're trash. You know? There's levels to it. If you're not experienced enough, you're going to lose to a better experienced opponent. If you're not willing to try what your opponent's willing to try, you're not going to win a lot of games.
He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field.
That fucking DJ Moore? Wait a minute. Oh, I was going to say.
And the Bears get the football just short of their 20.
Like I said, am I good enough to win with backup players? I have one of the worst teams, the Bears. I play with the Giants, Jets, and Bears, and I've been undefeated right now with all three. And I'm playing, I beat the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, the Chiefs. But does that mean I'm good? No. Like I said, I've never said anybody sucks or is trash. But I will say they're female dogs or lazy. They don't have respect for the game. As you see, you couldn't stop me, and all he did was fake blitz and try to show like a possible cover zero shell because he's lazy. And people say, oh, you're a bad winner and a sore loser. You need to talk. You need to talk a certain way to your opponent.
To start the drive. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
I talk that way because, you know, these players have no respect. They're lazy, like I said. Never used this scheme in 22, 23 years playing online. Never quit a game in 22, 23 years playing online. I mean, I could keep going because I said whether, see, because I say like, take as much information from the defense as possible, right? I love offense because you can take your time. Defensively, you can't, right? So use that to your advantage.
Throwing here, Bagent. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield.
Yep.
And that's going to be knocked away,
Didn't even know
incomplete.
second and nine.
He was looking Keenan
Like I said, it
Allen's
could be
way
fourth
there.
down. I wouldn't know.
So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for
I always say, is it an indictment on me? Am I that good? Or is it on them? But like I said, like there's no place for this. I should not be able to do this.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And he won't salvage
Apparently,
that.
well,
It's
you
a
know,
loss on
sometimes,
the
I mean,
play.
I'm trying to pass the ball, press
This
and
is one of those
square,
plays that I wish we had the
you know,
huddle mic'd up,
and they
Kate,
still
because I
go to
can
the run.
assure you that offensive line in their own
Like
way,
I said, I don't care about
still
wins or
that running
losses.
back, sorry. We did not
Just like
give
I
you
scored that
any
one
chance.
touchdown, I would not even have went for it if this was a meaningful game. So, am I going to hear, oh, if you don't care about, like, playing, you know, why are you playing? I'm winning games now, right? They said, why? So that they say, if you're not in the mood to play, when I was getting my ass beat, you're not in the mood to play, why are you playing? Now I'm winning, and people will probably say the same fucking shit. Why are you playing if you're not in the mood?
The Bears decide to call their first timeout.
Because I love the
They
game.
still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
They don't love the game, period. You know, there's the age demographic. There's players coming
Facing a
from
4th and 12,
Fortnite,
but this
Roblox,
offense is undeterred.
NBA, Call of Duty, whatever it is. And just like,
Off the play fake,
I
he'll
mean, you
throw.
want me to... Oh my
Connects
God.
downfield on
I was gonna
4th.
say, there's that one seam pass
And
I say I
he'll go
never
down, and
use.
we'll say
There's the
right
one
at the
seam pass.
39-yard line.
But I'm
They
just
go
fucking
for it
around
on
there.
4th down and get
And that
it
was
in a
4th
big
down.
way,
Holy shit.
25 yards
You
there.
just realize, like I
First
said, when
down
I'm
now
playing
on the
on
39-yard
autopilot,
line.
I don't know the down and distance.
Carter put in motion left. It's the 2-minute warning from
I'm gonna
Chicago.
say I got saved by the bell there, guys, because if
Bears
it's
with a
man
comfortable
coverage
12-point lead.
on that play, it's a double pass. So, if you keep the play and it's man coverage,
First
a lot
down
of
now,
times
ball
they
on
will
the
pick it off.
39-yard line.
Yeah, and it won't even be on you throwing a pick. It's on the computer because the computer throws a pick, and that's true.
Slot receiver headed left. Here's Bagent. Throws a bullet down the left sideline. And he's there
And
to
he's
send
not
that
going
one
around
away incomplete.
I usually run
I
the
don't
ball when
fault
I'm
the
bored.
look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play.
My
than
guys,
the
I mean,
offense
my God,
executed.
I mean, today was the first day in years in Madden that I actually checked if they even had, that you could find, like, stats. I believe they stopped. I don't know if they had that last year, online stats, like your rushing stats, passing stats. They don't even have monthly leaderboards anymore, apparently.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up.
Yeah, you
They're
should have
able to
done
drop
that. Like
him.
I said, guys, I don't use a rush.
that
I don't
pushes
play
them back.
5D.
Third
I
down
rarely
coming up.
blitz.
You're just not going to win many
I'm
games
fair,
in this
you
league
know.
when you
So
can't
I always
generate
tell
a
my
pass
opponent,
rush
do
until
whatever
the
you
fourth
can,
quarter.
because I'm not
You
reading
needed to
defense.
feel the impact from this
You use
defense
a rush
earlier and
me,
more
play
often in this
5D,
game. The
keep
lack thereof was
disguising,
a big part of what
keep,
put them
you
playing
know,
from
fake
behind in the
blitzing,
final
keep moving
stanza of
guys
this one.
around, we keep using and moving guys pre-snap.
They send the tight end in motion.
Think I'm not going there
Catch
because
made by
it's down
Carter.
distance.
What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
Guys, I did not want to play with Tyson Bagent.
I
Let me tell you,
like
I
the
had to go in
completion. You
practice,
never turn
and
down
even
a
in
completion.
practice, I had to use
That's
certain
just
plays,
not the right
you know,
throw
but
to make in that
can't be
spot
afraid
to
just
move the
because you got a
chains.
backup quarterback. You cannot be afraid. You got to play as if you got a starter out there. Yeah, you got to know in certain situations, oh, I can't make that throw. So I'll take that. I'll take that, like, you know, punt or whatever. I'll take that. I'd rather take a turnover on downs or whatever.
Now Bagent.
Oh my
Allen
God,
there
dude.
to haul it in.
And I say,
And the
I'm not
tackle's
telling you,
made
I'm not
just
even trying
beyond
to score.
midfield at the 48.
Uh,
Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And
But,
they'll have just one left to burn now.
So close to getting off the field. The fourth down
See,
conversion.
this is why I had a
defense
flawless
out there.
game last
Their
game.
shot to end
Right,
this
I had the
possession,
Jets,
sit on the
and I had
bench,
Tyrod
get their
Taylor. I
breath.
took out
Now they're
everybody
gonna
on
have to
offense,
buckle down
everybody
and
on
force
defense.
another fourth down.
Play the Ravens.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's got him. That's Swift.
4-3 guys.
Now the offense going to
Like, I didn't
third
just,
and final
okay, read the
timeout.
seam and then go to my
That's
out
all
like
they had,
99.9%
so the offense
of
free
players.
to start running the
That was
clock
my
down now.
4-3. I read
This running
that
back
deep
is a
cross or whatever they're
mismatch
calling it.
maker.
And then
That's
I
how
checked to
label him on my
the
little sheet right here.
option
Right under
and
his
the whip
bio.
route inside,
This
and then
guy
I went
just
there.
creates
I mean,
matchup
I'm not a
nightmares
former
for
quarterback.
every
I'm not a
defender on the
former
field.
assistant coach or coach at any level, player at any level. Nothing. I had players ask me like, did you play ball? Did you play like high school or college? Like, no. Quit. Another quit. I mean, I'm doing shit that the best mainstreams are not doing. There's some players doing this, but not like me. There's some players who are playing with backups, but they're not playing like this. They're not actually risking playing like this and risking losing online. They're doing it as a challenge. They're doing it, to get their views. They're doing it for whatever. But this is a hobby for me. This is how I play. I can't play with starters. I can't play with, elite talent. It just wouldn't be fair. So there you go. Now I'm gonna go watch my Eagles play.